So every single one of us has gone out and tried to make changes in our life and failed miserably. We've gone out with high expectations, high outcomes, and just absolutely been demoralized, been sat on our asses, and been forced to recognize the humanity, the infallibility in our species. We are a beautiful species, but damn are we complicated, and we have that many fail safes inside of our mind and inside of our psychology that stops us from progressing forward, or whatever we deem as being a higher value than where we currently are in our current existence. So the thing is, in this video, I'm actually going to pull a few punches. I'm actually going to probably insult quite a few people that have gone out and tried to make changes on their own, that have not looked at their own psychology and not looked at their plans to figure out how they can actually do anything to move forward. We are going to go through 3 beautiful topics that is super powerful, super profound. So with that, let's get into it. All right, number 1, stop focusing on solely positive thinking. Positive thinking is great, don't get me wrong, there's a time and a place for that. You need to be optimistic, you need to keep your eyes set on higher horizons that's going to allow you to benefit your life in the long term. However, the major pitfall from this, especially this new age crap that's going around, is focus on love and light. And what is that doing? That is building up your shadow. That is building up the parts of your psychology that you repress, you push away, and you demonize, you condemn, and therefore you do more damage to your psyche. You fill up this balloon of hopes and dreams and wish fulfillment and all this nonsense, and only to get very, very disheartened when it doesn't happen. Oh, I'm manifesting, I'm feeling, I'm doing really, really good to be able to draw my future into me. That's fantastic. However, you might be very, very, very dense. You might be very troubled. You might be very traumatized. You might have a lot of unconscious baggage that is holding you down. So the way that we actually go through life, we are not anything to do with the programmer. We are a bunch of sub-personalities, animus, ego, subconscious, everything else that goes into it. And you really think that you're controlling all of it? It's as if we are going through life with all of these subcategories running our life rampant the way that they want to run it, not the way that you want to run it. It's like all of a sudden you're in the gym, you're training, and as a bloke, we're out there, we're doing the bench press, we sit up, we rack the weight, we do all that thing, and we go, whew, yeah, feeling good. You know, I'm here, I'm driven, I'm focused, I'm on my plan, I'm doing the things that I have to do, and all of a sudden this hot chick walks past and you go, oh, hello. You were completely possessed. You were taken over by the demon of the anima. You were completely subverted to what your primal desires want you to do. And that's okay. You have to admit that. You are not in control of that 100% of the time. So positive thinking is actually going to repress that part of yourself, and you go, oh, no, I'm in a relationship. I've done things great that are going to benefit my relationship. I'm loyal. Yet the moment that a hot chick walks past you, you're completely subverted and your attention is completely drawn to primal activities with that woman. That's okay. You have to admit that though. And part of admitting that is taking 100% responsibility for everything that goes on in your life. That goes down to thinking about your negative thoughts. You are a neurotic bastard, and that's okay. I am a neurotic bastard, and that's okay. The things that I do inside my head are very self-deprecating, and it burdens me every single day. However, everything that I do on a day-to-day basis allows me to be myself fully. And what I mean by being myself fully, I have ups, I have downs, I have polarity inside of myself. I have good, I have bad, I have anger, I have happiness. I have both sides of the pole, and so do you. So thinking in this positive thinking, bullshit, new age stuff is only going to do half the problem. You need to become very aware of the negative side of polarity. You need to dive deep into your shadow and do the hard work. Look at the things that you least want to look at. There's a great saying, that which you seek the most is where you least want to find it. So all you have to do is look out into the world, look out into your projections, figure out the things that you can easily demonize in the world and go, oh, these incels, they're the problem. No, mate, that's actually a problem inside of you. Oh, these feminists, that's a problem. No, mate, that's actually a problem inside of you. Your projections onto the world are part of your negative attributes of yourself. So work on those things first, and maybe you'll inch a little bit closer to your dream world. All right, number 2, make a plan and then fail safe your plan. This here, I've been in the fitness game since 2010. I've been a personal trainer since 2011, and I've been in the coaching industry since 2018. It's the same across all contexts. No matter who I've worked with, they go, yeah, cool, here's my hopes and dreams, here's what I want to change, here's what I want my life to be, and they build up this massive egoic fantasy around them, and then they leave it at that. This massive abstraction, this massive story, and yet it has nothing to do with real world applications. They haven't reverse engineered it. They have no idea how their plan is going to go out and serve them or not serve them in the marketplace of life. That is your number 2 thing. You have to go out and create a plan. And then once you've implemented that plan, rip it apart and try and fail safe it. Create a program and a plan that is going to allow you to be able to pull it to pieces and see how it's not going to work. And whatever is not going to work, you pivot, you change, you reinforce, you reintroduce, you do whatever you have to do to make sure this plan is absolutely fail safe. So when making a plan for fitness, for instance, I go out and I first scan the person's body, make sure I'm looking at all their weaknesses, because I want to know that this training plan is not going to be detrimental to their overall health and mobility. So if I'm going to create a training plan that is a cookie cutter bullshit that we've all seen in the industry, and it goes out and it injures one person, I haven't done my job properly, and I haven't done the number 1 thing that I determine when it comes to programming. So I'll create a training program based off someone's weaknesses. You strengthen the weaknesses so that you have a level playing field. If you have, for instance, say someone with really, really big quads, tight hip flexors, weak abs and weak glutes, you're going to give that person a lot of squats, aren't you? No, you're going to exacerbate their problems. You're going to go give them a bunch of deadlifts, a bunch of glute movements, and a bunch of posterior chain stuff to be able to help strengthen their weakness. And their weakness is poor mobility and poor posterior strength. So you go ahead and do that. That is the exact same for anything else in life. So you set financial goals for yourself. I'm going to save $10,000 by the end of the year. Fantastic. That's a really lofty goal. That's amazing. I really, really hope you can get that. You know, the fact that you can save $200 a week of your own income, set it aside for something that is going to be aiming at a nice high. What are you going to do to do it? How are you going to fail safe your program? What happens if you have a car accident? What happens if you have to pay $800 worth of excess? What if you don't have insurance? What if you knock someone up? What happens if all of these things in the unknown, in the chaos, in the unconscious, pop up and decide to test your plan? What are you going to do then? These are the things you need to be aware of when making a plan. You need to be able to think of basically conspiracy theories about your own life and go, this is how I'm going to fuck it up, and this is the things that are going to happen in my life that could possibly fuck it up, and these are the ways that I'm going to fail safe it so that they don't fuck it up. Point number 3, start taking action immediately. So you've made your plan, you've looked at the negative sides of your personality or whatever's going on in your life, and you have figured out how to fail safe everything. You've got it all covered. What's the next thing that you have to do? Start taking action. Start moving yourself 1% every single day closer to your big goal. Don't wait for the motivation to come and go, because that's the thing. Motivation is like the tides. It literally comes in droves. It moves in, it moves out. It goes up, it goes down. These are one of the things that you're going to have to contend with being able to make changes. You're going to need to get boots on the ground and get everything moving as fast and efficiently as possible. And because you've gone through and done step number 2 about rectifying and fail-safing your plan, you don't have any problems because you know exactly what you have to do. The problem is going out and doing it. We, as a species, procrastinate because procrastination keeps us safe. If we have this lofty goal where we have to go out and change our bodies or change our life or change our business or whatever the hell's going on, that is terrifying. That's chaos. That's the unknown. And venturing into the unknown is something that we don't like doing. Where we are right now in the known, in the safe, in the order, that is keeping us safe, that is keeping us comfortable, it's possibly keeping you fed. And because you've got a piece of technology where you can watch this, that means that you're doing really, really well in life compared to the rest of the people out there. So the fact that you have all of these things going against you and you still want to go make a change, I take my hat off to you, because making change is damn hard. So stop procrastinating on it. If it means something to you, you will go out and do whatever it takes. Move hell and high water to be able to go get that thing under wraps. So basically that's it, guys. 3 things you need to worry about. Look at your psychology. Have a look at the negative attributes of that you don't want to look. Remember the saying, that which you seek the most is where you least want to find it. Go shine a torch in the darkness to find exactly what it is. Number 2 is to make a plan and then make sure that you fail safe it. And number 3 is take action immediately. Don't procrastinate, because that will absolutely take you further away from your goal than you absolutely want.